Neighbors are fed up and frustrated, or they were, after thieves busted into their cluster mailbox and stole all of the mail. Then the local post office let it sit for 4 months. And it wasn't until To The Point reached out to the U.S. Postal Service that something got done. Becca Hobegger shows us what neighbors have been dealing with.
If you can look right here, you'll see the box is absolutely broken. We don't know what happened or how it happened. However, they haven't fixed it. When I'm at the post office, I talk to them about it. They don't have any answers for us.
Cynthia Johnson and Jenny Cheatham,
this is ongoing,
are among the neighbors here in South Sacramento's Valley High community whose cluster mailbox was broken into back in November.
It's been 4 months. That's absolutely unacceptable. There's no reason that it should take this long.
So how have they been getting their mail?
we go to the post office every couple of days to check our mail. It's an inconvenience.
So for the affected neighbors here, going to get their mail requires a nearly 5-mile round trip several times a week. With traffic, that was about a 9-minute drive for me. Imagine that 2 ways, plus about 30 minutes in line, 2 to 3 to 4 times a week.
That's a lot of time out of our day. We're, busy families, working women. We shouldn't have to deal with this.
Right after speaking with these homeowners,
It won't even open no more.
Yeah.
Before
I reached out to the U.S. Postal Service to ask why it's taking so long. They said they'd get answers for us. In the meantime, they said in terms of broken cluster mailboxes, this neighborhood isn't alone.
We've seen probably every possible kind of attack on cluster mailboxes that you can think of, from prying them open to counterfeiting the keys to ripping them off their bases with chains, dragging them away. Our engineers in the Postal Service and the Inspection Service are constantly working on ways to improve the security of cluster mailboxes.
Matthew Norfleet is a U.S. Postal Inspector.
Postal inspectors are the federal agents who are associated with the Postal Service.
He says if you see a mail theft in progress, call 911, but afterward, call his office.
877-876-2455. You can go online at USPIS for United States Postal Inspection Service.gov. That information is most useful when it's fresh. When those mail thieves are out there stealing mail, they're not there long. We want to catch them.
He says mail theft isn't necessarily on the rise, but thieves do move around, so certain neighborhoods might just be seeing it for the first time.
The postmaster, whoever is watching this, help us in the Valley High area. Get someone to fix our mailboxes. That's the least we deserve here in our community.
These women say they hope they never see this again.
And we have some good news. Becca's here to bring us the good news.
Yes, I reached out to the U.S. Postal Service yesterday for answers. Today, they fixed the mailbox.
We love it.
Yeah.
We love that. That's the response we want. But I do want to ask, why did it take 4 months?
Yeah, that is still a question these neighbors have, too. A spokesperson for the U.S. Postal Service tells me it was a matter of miscommunication. She says the manager at the local post office sent the order in for repair, but, quote, somehow it was never received, due in part to a change in management at that office. Now, she says the USPS apologizes for the delay. The neighbors, by the way, are just thrilled to have their mailbox fixed. Cynthia even sent me this video today.
And just like that, they have fixed our mailboxes. Look at that. That's all it took. Thank you, Channel 10 News.
Thank you, Cynthia, for telling your story. They're glad to have their mailbox fixed. Of course, they wish it hadn't taken the post office for months. One said the post office manager personally delivered her mail this morning and left his number in case there are any future problems with the mailbox. So that was encouraging to them. But, one neighbor, she texted me actually. She said, thank you for using your platform to see us, hear us, and help us in our community. And that's not to toot our horn or anything. It's just to acknowledge that we do have a platform here and a responsibility to use it wisely. And on days like this, when we can see the results of using it to help people and shed light on issues, well, I'm just grateful we had the opportunity.
I could not have said it any better myself. When we say, reach out to us, we really do want to hear what's going on in your community, in your neighborhood. You can always reach out to us.
That's right. Yeah. And we want to thank the neighbors for sharing their stories with us. Ultimately, the neighbors who spoke up are the ones who got the ball rolling on this.
Oh, yeah.
And got themselves the answers. We just kind of were a stone along the path, right?
Exactly. All right, Becca, thank you. Thanks for sharing the good news, too. All right, and by the way, you can always keep up with this story and all the other stories that we're working on. It's really easy. You can join our To The Point text group. All you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen right now using the camera app on your smartphone. It'll write up a quick text for you. All you have to do is just hit send, and we'll keep you in the loop. And as always, you can share story ideas with us. We love to hear from you.